What's up, YouTube? Michael here. This is our next project. I'm gonna put a floorboard and a firewall. And is it 65?
65 2+2.
Fastback?
Fastback.
Well, it's got some pretty rough patches in it now, so we're just fixing to brace it up for support. Should be a pretty good project. Lots of grinding, lots of welding. Alright, so we got the X brace in it. As you see, we just tack welded it, to give it some good structure. So when we cut the floorboard out of it and all, there isn't any kind of twisting or flexing or anything like that. And John's up under the car drilling holes around the subframe connector so that we can just connect the dots. So we'll just cut these lines, and we'll come back and fine tune and cut the floor pan off of the subframe connectors once he's got all the holes cut out of it. Alright, so when we cut the floorboard out of it, basically because this car didn't have subframe connectors in it, the whole front of the car just nosed up, if you will. So what we're going to do is jack it up across the center here and get this back level with where it was. And the owner of the car went to Home Depot to get some angle, and we're going to put some temporary subframe connectors in it to support the car. So that looks pretty good, huh?
It's pretty good. Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we get subframe connectors in, we'll be good.
And we'll be able to continue on cutting some more out of it. But right now the main thing is just to have the support, the structure, so when we do put it back together, it's not bent out of shape or twisted or anything like that. Alright, so we got the subframe connectors welded in, or you know, tacked in. A couple of like 1.5 inch angle iron. So the car is much more rigid now, so we're not worried about it flexing anymore, and we just come back and grind the welds off when we're done. But now that that's done, we can go ahead and start cutting the rest of the floor pan out and maybe start test fitting the new one and go from there. Alright, so I think this will finish up day one. We made pretty good progress today. Just working on getting all the framing right here cleaned off. We're gonna, once we get the pan laid in and lined up, everything, make sure it's good and level and all, we'll move on to the firewall. We still have to get all this floor pan off the existing subframe connector, or subframes I should say. You see we started digging into it and all. We got a new tunnel brace too that we're not sure if we're going to use or not yet.
Check that out.
So that's day one. Made some pretty good progress. Lots of cutting and grinding.
You know, I don't see anything.
This is the old one here, the old floor pan that we cut out. As you can see, it was just butchered, just had a bunch of patches all through it. Had these things, like, I mean, I don't even know what that is, like a gas tank strap or something. But it'll be right once we get it back together, that's for sure.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick something way up inside.
So that's it for today's video. I guess this will be video one of the floor pans and firewall on a 65 fastback. Thanks for watching. Click that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned. Be back for some more.